Yo, what is up everyone, Z-Karma here, and welcome back to another legendary drop rates video here in Borderlands 3. The purpose of these videos is to give you a rough idea of what to expect in terms of drop rates from a specific boss, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Empowered Grawn's drop rates. This is a boss from the second DLC, and he is located at the end of the map, Negul Nishai. His dedicated drop is the Lunacy artifact, but in my humble opinion, he is the best boss to farm for all of the DLC legendary world drops. The main reason is because he is very easy to kill, and he is also the best source for the Old God Shield, which is arguably one of the best in the game. So anyways, for this video, I farmed this boss 500 times on Mayhem 4 and recorded the drop rates. First, we're going to be taking a look at the dedicated drop rates, and then we will take a look at the DLC weapons drop rates, as well as their anointed rates. And we will not only take a look at the anointed to world drop ratio, but also to the overall chances of getting these weapons anointed. And I'll go ahead and explain that a little bit later. Then we will take a look at the new class mod drop rates, and finally the two new shields drop rates, because I think it's worth noting, like I said at the beginning, that this boss is probably the most consistent source for these new shields. So before we get into the results, if you guys found this video informative or helpful in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content, that'll be awesome as well. So anyways, without further ado, let's just get straight into the results. So starting off with the dedicated drop rates, we're only going to talk about the Lunacy, as that is the only one on this list. Out of the 500 kills, I had 86 of these drop, which is a 17.2% drop rate. This is a very decent dedicated drop rate, so if you're looking for this new artifact, go ahead and farm the Empowered Grawn, and you should get it. Within 20 kills, you should already have at least 2. And moving on, let's talk about the DLC weapons. Keep in mind, these are world drops, so they can drop anywhere within the DLC. So first, we have the Anarchy Shotgun. Out of 500 kills, we had 90 drop, which is an 18% drop rate, and 76 of them were anointed. That means that out of the 90 that I got, 84.4% of them were anointed. And now to calculate the exact chances of me getting an anointed Anarchy, you basically just take 84.4% of 18%. So that's a 15.2% chance of actually getting an anointed Anarchy. Moving on, we have the Insider Shotgun. Out of the 500 kills, I had 101, which is a 20.2% drop rate. 63 of those were anointed, which is 62.4% of them were anointed, and the chances of actually getting an anointed Insider are about 12.6%. Moving on, we have the Serial Killer. Out of 500 kills, we got 85, which is a 17% drop rate. 60 of those were anointed, which is 70.6%, and the chances of actually getting an anointed Serial Killer were about 12%. And finally, we have the Diddle. Out of 500 kills, we had 83, which is a 16.6% drop rate. 50 of those were anointed, so 60.2%, and the actual chances of getting an anointed Diddle are about a 10% chance. So as you can see, all these DLC world drops have a very decent chance of actually dropping. It is worth noting though that legendaries on this DLC aren't really that rare, but given the fact that there was this much consistency throughout all the world drops, just makes it a very decent option, especially if you're looking for a dedicated drop from this boss. For example, if you're looking for the Lunacy artifact, while you're farming for that, you can also have a chance at getting one of these weapons, maybe get the anointed that you want. So anyways, moving on, we're going to be talking about the new class mods, and out of the 500 kills, I got 242 class mods, which is a 48.4% drop rate, really close to a 50% drop rate. So what this basically means is that every other kill, you are going to get one of these new class mods. So if you really want to farm the new class mods, this is the boss to farm, no doubt about it. And finally, we're going to be talking about the new shields. Out of the 500 kills, I had 45 torch shields, which is a 9% drop rate, and 13 of those were anointed. So that means that out of the 45 torch, 28.9% were anointed, and the actual chances of getting an anointed torch were about 2.6%. And finally, the final item on this list is going to be the Old God Shield. arguably one of the best shields in the entire game, and out of the 500 kills, I had 38, which is a 7.6% drop rate. 13 of those were anointed, which is 34.2% of those 38. And this is where it gets really weird. The chances of actually getting an anointed old god shield were 2.6%, which is exactly the same as a torch shield. And let me tell you, I was absolutely mind blown when I got these numbers. But anyways, as you can see, these shields are already rare, like anywhere in the game. And in my opinion, this is the best source to get them consistently. But if you're going for an anointed variant, it's gonna be a little tough. So just keep that in mind when you go in farming for one of these. Don't expect to get them right away. And that is going to be the end for all the drop rates for the empowered Grawn. Let me tell you that this is the boss that you want to farm on Mayhem 4 because he is the boss that you can kill the fastest. Sure, you have Tom and Ham, but they're not really a reliable source for the old god shield. In my opinion, the empowered Grawn is the way to go because you're going to have a chance of getting one of the anointed old god shields, or at least a better chance. Another reason, the class mods. This guy dropped class mods very consistently. I'm telling you, at least every other kill, you were getting one of the class mods. And obviously, the chances of getting the class mod that you want depend on what character you're using. So if you're using Amara, you have a higher chance at getting Amara's new class mod, and same with the rest of the characters. So anyways guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. If you guys found this video informative or helpful in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content, that'll be awesome as well. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.